Everybody wants something, huh?
ABC, Steve here, FlipSideCT. My last video I showed some vinyl finds from a record show in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And check that out if you haven't seen it. I found some really good things there. And the day after, which was March 6th, in Astoria, Queens, there was another show. Which is really, I'm not sure if it's twice a year or once a year, but the fellow who runs it, Slip Disc Records, he owned a record store years ago and still stayed with it, and he's just got amazing albums and selections. You're going to find some things on the higher end. He knows you, he knocks prices off, but it's just pristine, and you know, the first pressings, it's just amazing when you go look at his stuff. I have some videos to show you just a little bit of quickly of the show. So let's jump into it.
What we left there right
What'd you get, man?
I think we sold it. Somebody's in the other rooms.
Yeah, I saw you already had it.
Hi, vinyl community. Keep buying records.
Check weight stuff, drive-by truckers. Show it.
Very good order. There's also metal 45.
You might have to dig. I could do better on this one.
I hope so, of course.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at this on the movie. We marked it down half price.
One album which is mandatory to have, you know, when you're into the punk world. You have to have a Johnny Thunders album, and this one's a Heartbreakers album, LAMF, and like always, MFer, basically is what it's saying. His only one with the Heartbreakers, 1977, I believe, and just great cuts. Walter Lure, Billy Rath, Jerry Nolan, ex-Doll, sorry. But this cover is way I want it. The album is meant, the sound is better than what people were telling me, but I just love that it's got this touch to it, this realness, and makes it sort of authentic for me to have that look. I don't need it perfected when I listen to this. Sort of gets you in the mood, huh? And pristine album. That album was $25, the real thing, from England, English pressing. Okay, speaking of some punk, I I've been wanting to collect a few classic must-have albums for people who could appreciate some of the British punk, the 76, 77, you know, punk was quoted to be, you know, in the 76 period, I believe, like for 6 months, and then everything after is post. So 76, 77, 78, 79, you know, it's just great, some great stuff also. But there's a band here I had to have, which is an offshoot. If you ever heard of SS London, a band that Mick Jones from The Clash was originally with, and sometimes you wonder, like, well, okay, he went there, where did the other guys go? So this is one of those bands, The Boys, that performed fantastic. Really the first punk band to put out an album. I believe it was before the Pistols, and a record deal, I should say. And you know, before the Buzzcocks, and these guys are pop punk, however you want to call it, but they were exceptional artists, musicians, you know, considering punk, who would just pick up a guitar, you know, 6 months prior and start playing. But these guys were really good. So let's give a listen to that. The next album that I wanted to get was also in the punk time frame. I think it was maybe 2 years later, though. Still a good one to have is the Rillios. Can't Stand the Rillios. This was actually recorded at the Power Station, a new one that was built in New York City. Bob Clearmountain, I believe, contributed to this one. So this is, again, you know, some good period punk of the UK.
Destination Venus. Destination Venus. I always go. I hear your voice on the radio.
Was a must-have for the collection, and I think for any punk collection. Their 10th album, this is a promo, and the Ramones, Halfway to Sanity. This got really terrible reviews. I like it. Actually has Richie Ramone in it, playing drums. I mean, look at Joey. I mean, look at his face just covered. You can't even see him. That's just, you know, a sign of what where he was with this. Anyway, I like it. It's the Ramones. Jumping back to the 50s, this was $2. When you see an album like this for $2, you gotta get it. Gene Vincent. This is the greatest hits. This is actually a import, Capitol Records, and just has some of the sort of like B-sides, which is what I wanted. I mentioned this band before from Washington, D.C., early 80s. This album is just as good as their first one, Urban Verbs, Early Damage. This is a promo also. This was $2, and I got this. These guys are real creative. Really impressed with this. Steve Lillywhite produced engineering. Cool stuff. $2. I don't have anything from him, and the album is called Greatest Hits, but it's not. I know a lot of folks have posted things recently. Philox. Now here's a fellow you don't hear a lot about, here, but he is pretty good. Jackie Lomax, this is 3.
I won't take no back talk. I don't give no evidence. I don't have no back door. I don't. Got to get my head together. Throw my clothes in a bag. 'Cause I can't go.
And I've been wanting this one. Yeah, I didn't realize there was only 4 songs on it, but this is King Crimson's Red from '74. No way this album looks like it's from '74, but it is. Sort of looks like an '80s album. Find it hard to believe, but all right. Okay, this has been the topic for a while. I had a lot of people talking about this. Kinks Chronicles, how to get it. I know a few folks have been posting on this, and just had to jump on here because I do need my Kinks. And this is one Kinks album that when I talked to a lot of people at the show, they were asking me, what did you get? What did you get? And I showed them this one, and they said that's my favorite. And I played this Muswell Hillbillies, and I really like it. Really good. Last but not least, one of the best coming from one of the best North American bands, The Band, and this is supposedly probably the best solo album from the crew. This is Rick Danko's solo album.
Well, it feels alright when I set the wine into the night. When I set the wine together.
And as you can imagine, it does have several of the folks on it. It has actually Ronnie Wood on the first cut, and Blondie Chaplin. Eric Clapton is on here. Oh boy, Levon, of course. Robbie. I'm sure a few of the others are on here too. Anyway, I'm real happy I got this because I just his voice is just so unique, and I think really made the band really distinct. That was one thing great about the band. They had so many vocalists on there. You always got a different sound. Okay, that's about all. Hope you enjoy that. My next video will probably be just a few albums I got, just nothing a lot, but I hope you enjoy this one. All right, thank you, folks.